I started this gangster shit. Just the mother thanks I get. Hello. I started this gangster shit. And it's the mother thanks I get. Hello.
The Cancel Pigs in the Whisper Network went extra hard at actor Zachary Levi yesterday. And of course they did. There's been a campaign to destroy his career ever since it became clear that Zach Levi is a Christian conservative. He's come out on Twitter against the vaccine, against a couple of other things, and made it clear that he is a man of faith. And therefore, he's being watched extra close by these liars, these awful people who just want him out of Hollywood. Because he's a Christian, because he's a man of faith, because he's a conservative, he's not allowed to have a career, evidently, even though he's one of the most charming and charismatic actors working in the DCEU. We've got one particular liar who wrote this article for Bleeding Cool. Shazam's Zachary Levi burns his DC goodwill to the ground for a joke. Written by Caitlin Booth here, just so that we understand the context. Caitlin Booth identified by Penny Parker as a member of the 12 Psychos on Twitter. In other words, the Whisper Network. Here's Caitlin Booth right here, third in line after Alex DeCampi and Rich Johnson. Wow, that's a heady grouping there. So who is Caitlin Booth? I have an interesting feeling about Caitlin Booth. She did go after Chris Pratt, which, interestingly, she tried to get him canceled off of Super Mario Brothers, get him removed from other Marvel movies. For the same reason, likely, Chris Pratt is also a Christian. He's one of the few vocal Christians in Hollywood, and therefore he must too be destroyed. Looking at Caitlin Booth here on Rotten Tomatoes, she's a tomatometer. That's how I would pronounce it. I know it's tomato meter, but tomatometer, I think, is a more sophisticated pronunciation. If only I could pronounce it myself. Caitlin Booth, editor-in-chief at Bleeding Cool, reviewing movies since 2014. I have a bad feeling about this. She's based out of Salt Lake City. Oh my goodness, did the Mormons give you a hard time, sweetheart, as you were a part of the Gay and Lesbian Entertainment Critics Association? You must have such a chip on your shoulder. The kind of chip that would lead you to write a piece of garbage article like this. Now, Zachary Levi did not do anything wrong. This joke here was nothing to worry about at all. Of course, this all happens at a time when the old guard at the DCEU is shifting to the new James Gunn version of the DC universe, which we're going to see pretty soon. We're going to start seeing the results of his films. But let me tell you something, 2023 was not a good time for the DCEU, at least so far. All of the movies have been commercial failures, if not critical failures as well. We've got Blue Beetle, a character that nobody cares about. I mean, this is not a popular character. It's weird that Marvel and DC are both, digging into the dregs of their universes and trying to present these characters that literally nobody in the regular world, none of these muggles have heard of, these characters at all. So you got Blue Beetle, Flash with the abominable performance of strange weirdo Ezra Miller. I'd like them to do the Michael Keaton cut of that movie and just get rid of everything that is not Michael Keaton as Batman. Give me the Michael Keaton Batman cut of that movie. I'll buy that. And we've got, of course, this is Zach Levi right here. Right here's Aquaman. Aquaman 2 is coming out this couple of weeks. I'm going to go see it. People are not expecting much from it. It just feels like leftovers at this point because everybody knows that the new guard is coming in. So I don't know if anybody wants to see another Jason Momoa film. Maybe the ladies do. All right, but anyway, we got Zach Levi here. Shazam 2, even though I believe it. In my opinion, Zachary Levi is a very charismatic performer. I think his version of Shazam was fun. It was very close to what Jeff Johns was doing with Shazam. His whole idea of making, restoring the idea of Shazam being very obviously a little kid in an adult's body. Like he acts like a little kid. He wants to eat candy and stuff like that. He does little TikTok dances. but he's a superhero. He's got a lot of power. It was a funny movie, a charming movie, a role that only somebody like Zachary Levi could really pull off. So here's what happened. Comicbook.com got the chance to speak to Shazam star Zachary Levi about his new Chicken Run movie, Dawn of the Nugget. But of course, he was asked about DC because that's mostly what he's been doing. Levi dropped some of the usual things we hear from conversations like this. When asked if there have been more conversations about his version of this character returning to the DC universe, Levi shook his head and said, "No, there hasn't been. It's all way above my pay grade. I'm really proud of both films, and he should be. I think they're good superhero films. I really think the second film was, in some respects, better than the first, and the first was really good. I'm really proud of both of them. I understand that. I just think they didn't connect with the audience the way they might have. People just don't care about Shazam." He acknowledges that the box office wasn't what people wanted, but doesn't know how much that played a role. He also says that if he only gets to play this character in 2 films, then he is so grateful. What a great guy, a man of God. He says, "I would love to be able to do more iterations of it. Maybe collaborate with Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern. That would be phenomenal." What a great guy. I like everything he's saying so far. The interviewer went on to ask if Levi would be interested in returning, but as a new character. He cites Jason Momoa returning, though that hasn't been 100% confirmed anywhere, and also Sean Gunn. Sean Gunn is James Gunn's brother. Levi seems slightly confused by Sean Gunn, and even said he wasn't established in the DC universe. Levi said he was established in Marvel, but not DC. However, the interviewer points out that Sean Gunn's brief cameo appearance in the Suicide Squad as Calendar Man and possibly the motion capture work for Weasel, while saying he was recently confirmed as Max Lord. Levi responds with what was probably supposed to be a joke, but no one will take it as one. Listen to this language. Wait till I show you the actual footage of this. When you're the brother of the guy who runs DC, I guess you get to play who you want. This is, look at this. The way that this is written here, well, I'll tell you, this is the problem with the internet. You don't get the tonality of this. You just see it in print and you're like, oh my God, how could he say that? Even as a joke, that's really rude for Sean Gunn. Oh, poor Sean Gunn, who hasn't just acted in stuff his brother does. I hope Gilmore Girls fans come out in numbers to set Levi straight on this one. Can you imagine this woman here? So, while the statement isn't as bad as social media makes it sound, it was a low blow and something that didn't need to be said. Sean Gunn has been hustling as an actor for 2 decades now, and this joke undercuts all this work to say nepotism is the only reason he got the role. Oh, is it just a coincidence, then? I mean, listen, it's okay. It's perfectly okay. Alfred Hitchcock put his daughter in all of his movies. Well, at least 3 of them that I can think of. It's okay. Nepotism is fine. You know, you should be able to put your family in things. It's not the end of the world. And, you know, don't lie about it and say that he got this role just because, you know, he's a good actor. He's a fine actor, but there's a reason why he's in movies now that his brother is running the DCEU. And it's okay. It's not the end of the world to point that out. It's not rude to point that out. I'm sure Sean Gunn would tell you the same thing. Did it play a role in him getting it? Yes. But was it the only reason? Yes. No. And that joke just lost the Shazam star any goodwill he had left at DC. Caitlin, you clown, you weirdo, you freak. There is no possible way that James Gunn, who has put up with what he's put up with, recently because of social media stuff and his own social media, is so thin-skinned that he's going to take this right here. Let's actually play this and listen to how this actually went. 49-second video here. Here we go. Let's watch this.
Are you interested at all in going like the Jason Momoa or Sean Gunn route and just playing a whole new character, since this is like a new universe rebooting?
What do you mean, a new character?
Yeah, like I think Jason Momoa is playing. He's not going to be Aquaman anymore. He's playing somebody else. Sean Gunn, it just was announced, is playing Maxwell Lord.
But Sean was never established in the DC universe. So I mean, he's played Marvel characters, but but this is his first DC character.
No, he was Calendar Man, and he was Weasel, and he's been
in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those were kind of more like cameo-ish. You know, I don't know. I mean, I think this, I don't know. Listen, when you're the brother of the guy who runs DC, I guess you get to play whoever you want.
Are you
He's
interested?
just kidding. He was just kidding. See how lighthearted that was? And see how that was like really absolutely no big deal? This liar is trying to rally Gilmore Girl fans to further push this agenda to get rid of Zack Snyder. And this has been going on for some time now, this whole thing. This goofy, reactionary response to a singular Christian working in the DCEU, making huge budgeted superhero films for the DCEU. Nolte, this is from Breitbart. Blacklisting campaign launched against Shazam star Zach Levi. This is from earlier in the year. I guess a year ago now. January 31st, 2023. The far-left fascists at the Daily Beast and elsewhere have launched a blacklisting campaign against Shazam star Zach Levi. Why? A few days ago, Levi dared to stray off the woke plantation by criticizing Pfizer, one of the China flu vaccine manufacturers, which is currently embroiled in Project Veritas controversy. Look at this. Do you agree or not that Pfizer's a real danger to the world? And Zachary Levi tweeted out, hardcore agree. And then look at this very serious emoji. What does this emoji mean? This emoji means nothing, I guess, just blank face. Later, with the comment, just one example of what I'm referring to, he tweeted out the Justice Department 2009 announcement about Pfizer paying the largest healthcare fraud settlement in history. So this guy is, Zach Levi is on top of things here. This is the whole thing. The woke Gestapo comes for Zach Levi, and the woke Gestapo contains a lot of bleeding cool journalists, evidently. And they have been trying to utterly destroy Zach Levi ever since. It is extremely unfortunate. Further, this clip came out. This is Zach Levi on Joe Rogan.
I think one of the deepest thinkers that I've ever heard break down like human behavior and I don't know, just an understanding of all that stuff and I think good wisdom along with it is Jordan Peterson. I think he would be a person that I would trust. I think that guy has a lot of integrity. And so that would be somebody too. But I also know Jordan has his own things that people have issues with. Like, I get it. Nobody's perfect. We're not going to find.
He's kicked off Twitter right now because he said something about Ellen Page.
Yeah.
Elliot Page called her Ellen Page. Like, I think that was the number one thing.
Yeah.
The dead naming.
Yeah. And it's sad, man. Because again,
like,
there's a lot of fear and pain on and all the sides of all that too.
My friend Brian Simpson had a very good thing to say about that. He was like, I come to you for like heavy duty intellectual shit. He goes, not for this.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's like this is not
totally. Yeah, this is like
getting
Jordan, don't
about.
Yeah. You don't need to get into all that. I mean, look, it's his life, it's his Twitter, or was his Twitter anyway.
But that thing is like that transgender thing riles people up, man. That is one of the ones that riles people up. Like, everybody's in favor of everybody doing whatever they want to do as long as it doesn't hurt anybody until it gets to gender. And then people start getting weird. They start thinking it's a mistake. They start thinking, why are you doing that? They start thinking all kinds of things.
I think.
Okay, so as you can see right here, Zach Levi in a nice conversation with Joe Rogan where, gender is brought up, calling Jordan Peterson somebody that he trusts, somebody who he thinks is wise. This is why this is happening. Understand, Zach Levi is going to be targeted by these people for the rest of his career, these lunatics. And that's why I stand by Zach Levi. I think I want the new Shazam movie for Christmas. My wife is sitting over there. Can you get me the new Shazam movie for Christmas on DVD? That would be awesome. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate, you're watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below about these creeps, these weirdos, these cancel pigs, as we're calling them now. They don't like that very much. Leave me comments. I read all the comments. And obviously, like I said, please like, subscribe, share this video, ring the bell for notifications, and consider looking at the links below in the description and perhaps backing one of my Cyberfrog comics or all of them, and go to our eBay store and get some Cyberfrog merch and our new Comicsgate line of gear. Here's the trailer for Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination. Let me know what you think about this.